So I've been playing around. I've got the tank lined, and so the next step will be to get a little bell siphon working. And so to test a little prototype, I have inside there is just a little, I think that's like a 1/2 inch NPT connector, and this is just a push-in with a 3/8 inch outside diameter polyethylene tube. So I just I cut a little 2-inch length of that, cut up this cup a little bit to get the basic prototype built. And so with the water running, obviously you can see, well, now it's overflowing because I turned the water on way too high, but the standpipe does its thing, and it's not, you know. The next step then is to see if the bell siphon will work. So let's go ahead and fill that up to where it's draining. And there we are. So it'll stop once it gets to that point. But I made this little bell siphon. This is a 1/2 inch PVC with an end cap, and this is a 1/2 inch connector. I used a heat gun and just an old metal topped salt and pepper shaker to bell that out. And then I cut, just with the bandsaw, I cut the base to make little legs so that there's a place for the siphon to stop. If I drop this on top, and then if we turn on the water, just a light trickle, because that cup's not very big, but we get it up to where the siphon initiates, the water should start going down pretty fast. And it is not going down. It's a bad demo, huh? I just did some stuff and it was working. Let's try again. Bell siphon is in place. Fill this cup up. Yeah, and now it's dropping quick. The bell siphon has initiated, and it is in fact draining pretty quick. Once it gets down to the end, then it shuts off. So, typical bell siphon behavior, but I was pleased that I could get it to work with such small pieces. So then I have some 1 1/4 inch PVC that will fit over the top of this. Like out in that other big flood drain bed, I had a 4-inch PVC piece as the pebble and root interference tube that had no like part in the function of the bell siphon, but it just kept the crap away, so that I could pull the siphon if I wanted to, or pull the bell to make it just standing water. But anyway, so this is just a little bell, and that's a tiny little tube, but I think for the volume we're talking about in that little bed that I made on top of that small aquarium, I think this will do the trick. So I'm pleased that with no bend in the bottom, I mean that tube's small, so I mean it's not hard to fill that up and create a vacuum, or create the siphon. But in some tanks you have to do a bend to like a 90-degree bend, and so I thought maybe I'd need some more parts, but I got it to work with just this, so that's promising. In the mail is coming a bulkhead fitting, so that I can make a proper seal between the hole that I'm going to punch in the tank over there and the apparatus, and then I just put everything in place, and I've got a little bell siphon. I think that, so this is just a 2-inch piece. That bed is about 3.5 inches tall, and you need like 1 inch or two of space, because you got to have room so the pebbles aren't overflowing, and then you got to have room so that the water doesn't go all the way to the top. So just a little 2-inch, 2-inch standpipe like this is probably all it's going to take for that itty bitty bed. But anyway, test successful. I was really happy that I got that working with almost no effort, really. I mean, this took all of about 30 seconds to build. I cut a little piece of 1/2-inch PVC. I just eyeballed it, but I knew it would be big enough that it would fit over that guy with no problem. These two pieces by themselves, I think, are just, this cap and this base are tall enough to do what I needed it to do. So there was a little concern, though, that the dimensions of that little clip-in, the part was going to be too big for this and not allow the water to flow properly to get everything done. But it worked, so yay. I've got the rest of my parts should be here. Some are arriving tomorrow, the rest are arriving the day after. And then I should have a working system. Hurrah! Until next time.